Hey guys, I'm here today with a video, and today I'm doing a tag video in support of Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month or Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. This tag was created by Perfumes with Pat, and we're also doing this in support of our good girlfriend Pam Jordan and her beautiful angel Christian and their family. So yeah, I definitely had to get in my yellow. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Of course, this is an everyday thing for families that are experiencing this or have gone through this, and we just want to make people aware of childhood cancer and the research that goes in, is mostly done for adults. Let's jump into this video. So the tag is about perfume firsts. And so there's a series of 5 questions about our first. What was my first perfume owned? And so for me, I couldn't quite remember if it was Love's Baby Soft, you know, the pink and white little bottle that you would find at the drugstore, or if it was Jean Naté, a women's perfume splash that you'd find in the drugstore in the women's section. So I'll just tell you about both because I think they both hold 2 special places in my heart. So for most little girls, I think, I don't know about now because today young people are very high maintenance, but when I was younger and I had a couple dollars, I loved to go to the beauty supply store, load up on some cheap lip glosses or earrings and things of that sort. Or you'd find me at the drugstore. CVS it's called now. It used to be People's way back in the day. But there'd be the cute chapsticks, lip glosses, and then you could also find the cute little Love's Baby Soft perfume in that same section. So I loved that perfume, and then I think they came out with some now what we call flankers of the perfume. Love's Baby Soft was a powdery light fragrance. It was just something soft and pretty that made you feel delicate and young. On Fragrantica, it says that it's a floral, lavender, patchouli, and musk fragrance. So that's what I thought was appropriate for my age and cute and sort of introduced me to perfumes. And then Jean Naté was one that my grandmother would wear. So she would always have the splash and the scent in her room, or you know that she's around because you could smell Jean Naté. And I was just like, what is that? And she said, baby, I'll get you your own bottle. Well, it was at CVS. And while I associated with her, it was a bit too mature for me. And I actually think that my mom still keeps a bottle in her bathroom for nostalgia. So is First Perfume given to you by your spouse or partner. So the first time because I'm not married or currently in a relationship, but when I was in the first boyfriend that gave me a perfume gave me Halloween perfume. To this day, I don't think I still really know about this brand. It was just such a head scratcher for me that I don't think I ever really wore it. Like, it came in a purple and white package, and it was called Halloween, which in my mind is orange and black. It has something to do with Halloween. So I just never got into it. So I'm curious about it now, and I'd be interested in smelling it. But looking into it, Halloween was a fragrance released in 1997, and it was a soft and powdery violet fragrance. So it also meant, it as in Fragrantica, also mentioned that it's a spicy tuberose fragrance with a milky base and had Madagascar vanilla. It sounds pretty interesting. I probably definitely didn't think much of it because there's tuberose in it, but now that I can appreciate tuberose, I'd be interested in seeing what this fragrance was about. The third question was, what was my first designer perfume? So I don't really remember my very, very first designer perfume, but one that comes to mind, yeah, I don't remember. I felt like it was either Gucci or Miss Dior. So I'll say Gucci because I had a longer interest in that perfume, for lack of better words. But Gucci Envy Me was released in 2004. It came in pink and white packaging that I just thought was adorable and very girly. It was a fruity floral, fresh perfume with musky accords. It was just very bright and pleasing and fresh. When they no longer carried it in stores, what I did see that they offered that reminded me of Gucci Envy Me was Versace's Bright Crystal. So that very same kind of clean, bright, floral, classic kind of scent, to me was kind of the second iteration of Gucci Envy Me. And now that I know more about finding more discontinued or older fragrances, I would be interested in getting a bottle. But after doing my last video of buying perfumes out of nostalgia, I'm trying to pump my brakes on that because I haven't worn it all this time. I may not need to revisit it because I've been there, done that kind of thing. And the other perfumes that I did buy, I wasn't really reaching for them. So perhaps, we'll see. The fourth question is, what was your first niche perfume? So I should have looked up the definition of niche. You feel like you know it. It's the opposite of designer. Are makeup brands considered niche? I don't know. Either way, I'll consider my first niche perfume being Kilian's Kissing. So it's one of the fragrances from his My Kind of Love perfume line that they offered in Sephora, targeting young lovers. The actual full name is Kissing Burns 6.4 calories a minute, wanna work out. So Kissing was my very first introduction into deep, fragrant, powerful, in-your-face fragrances. When I really just got it out of pure curiosity, I guess I could say, because I don't know if I was actually sold on the scent before I bought it. I definitely bought a travel size because at that time I was buying travel sizes more than, full bottles. But I bought it and it sat untouched for a long time. And so I got curious about it again, I think because the name Kilian kept coming up. And so now to date, I think out of that full range of the My Kind of Love line that's offered at Sephora, Kissing, I think it's my favorite one. It is characterized as a floral gourmand with warm florals. There's Lily of the Valley, hot milk. These are just some of the key notes. Hot milk and sugar candy. I think it definitely has that Kilian DNA in it, which I think is some sweet type of sugar / marshmallow and a hint of cola. But I love it. I think it's great. And then the last question is, what was the first perfume that made you feel sexy and grown? So the first perfume, I had to think about this because a lot of times I'm not really looking for fragrances to make me feel sexy or grown. I guess my personality doesn't always say, hey, I'm sexy, or, oh, you need to know I'm a grown woman. But the fragrance that I when I reflect on it, would probably be Dolce & Gabbana Parfum. So this was kind of a few years back or some time back where I would wear one fragrance at a time. Like every season I felt like I would just have like one fragrance, a summer fragrance, a fall fragrance, fall winter fragrance, or until it ran out. And so at one time, Dolce & Gabbana Parfum was like my signature. And that was a fragrance where it wasn't like, oh, I'm feeling girly, but it was definitely a fragrance that I wore feeling confident in my decision of this fragrance. No opinions necessary. Not looking too deep into it, but saying, hey, this is what I like. This is what I'm wearing. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel grown. It's not a fruity floral kind of perfume. It was just that fragrance that I felt like I felt great and I felt cozy with myself in the fall time, with it being cooler temperatures. So that's one I would definitely say made me feel grown. I don't think I really felt sexy. Yeah. So please, if you would like to join in on this tag video, do so. Getting the word out about pediatric cancer is super important. I think it's easy to not think about, but just Pam's journey and in this YouTube space has really made me aware and opened my eyes more to it. I just want to send lots of love and hope, support, and encouragement out to families that have dealt with this, are dealing with this. We're a community and we support you and love you. Thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to hit like, be sure to comment, and definitely subscribe so that you can keep up with the videos that I upload. And see you next time.